if you want to have clearer thinking, better memory, and focus. Try neuroignite. The link is in the description below.
I am the abnormal, the irregularity, the oddball, the weirdo. I am the anomaly.
When it's pressure and the heat feels hot as a Serengeti, how will you respond to it? Will you fall or show your claws and maul through it? When exhausted, give your all and crawl through it. They tell you pause, clench your teeth and gnaw through it. You eat these haters for breakfast, go ahead and feast on them. Obstacles aren't as high after you've leaped on them. Small challenges chatter, no need to speak on them. Competition is weak, unleash the beast on them. Stay with the focus, the hunger to win is ferocious, exposing opposing opponents.
Sense of purpose. Final part. The absolute void of nothingness is where the story concludes. The universe administrator Anomaly is in battle with life itself. With blows so powerful they echo throughout the void of nothingness. Me says to himself angrily, I hate him, he must be stopped. Life will stump him out, however she too needs to be stopped. Referring to pain. Then me yells, I summon thou shout almighty dragon god. Then an enormous menacing dragon appears. Me then says to the dragon, eliminate that woman. Then thou shout charges towards pain. Meanwhile Rage says to Yoko, it's good to see you again, carrier of the determination core. Valerie then says, we don't have much time left, let's get started. Then the three goddesses all hold hands to begin reconstruction of the universe. Kevin, Jad, and Naomi step back as the battles are starting to spread. Meanwhile the administrator Anomaly conjures a graphics tablet and on it draws a picture of a black tree. Then the drawing is pulled into reality as a giant black tree. Two energy orbs appear above the tree. The roots from the tree burst out of the ground and wrap around Life's arms and legs. Life then replies, cute. The administrator then replies, bitch, I'm adorable. Then the two orbs above the tree shoot beans directly at Life. Life with his arms bound by the tree's roots pulls the tree's roots so hard that the tree itself falls down. The administrator is astounded by Life's strength. Naomi then uses her giant paintbrush and paint giant wings on the tree. The tree now starts flying into the sky, taking Life with it because Life's arms and feet are still bounded. The two orbs above the tree fire beans at Life once more. The administrator creates a black sphere in his hand, then yells darkness sphere. The administrator throws the sphere at Life. Life kicks the sphere back at the administrator. Then the giant tree flew to the ground with so much force the tree is completely destroyed. Meanwhile Pain is in a standoff with Thou Shout. Thou Shout says to Pain, can you withstand the storm? Pain does not reply. She points two fingers at Thou Shout and fires a beam from them. The two beams are a direct hit on Thou Shout. Thou Shout then fires a beam from his mouth toward Pain. Pain then smacks the beam away. Thou Shout is bewildered by this. Pain points two fingers at Thou Shout again and fires another beam attack, knocking Thou Shout's head back. Thou Shout flies into the sky for a final attack. Thou Shout fires another beam from his mouth. The attack hits Pain, but Pain is unaffected as she flies up, burling through the attack and through Thou Shout's head, killing him. Meanwhile the administrator is firing 100,000 dark orbs at Life. Life says, I've had enough. This has gone on long enough. Life then nullifies all of the orbs, making them disappear completely. Pain then attacks Life with a pink energy projectile. Like blocks the projectile, then counters with his own energy projectile. Pain then says to the administrator, I'm going to help you now. The administrator replies, okay, let's take him down. The administrator and Pain bombard Life with a barrage of attacks, each attack being countered by Life. One of the counters resulted in the administrator being hit directly, injuring him badly. Pain then conjures up an enormous pink energy projectile and fires it at Life. The attack is so powerful it blows off Life's arm. The administrator, Jad, Naomi, and Kevin are shocked at what they just seen as Rage, Valerie, and Yoko continue to focus on recreating the universe. Me yells impossible. The administrator uses his powers to heal himself. Pain continues to fire projectiles at Life. Each attack landing on Life's body. Life's body begins to glow red. Life begins to behave in a violent and bloodthirsty way. The administrator uses his magic ability to summon an enormous ancient city. As vast as the void of nothingness is, the city seems almost as vast. Jad then says to Kevin and Naomi, "What is this?" Kevin replies he has always been a creative guy, referring to the administrator Anomaly. Rage, Valerie and Yoko look on in surprise as they are now in the middle of the city with Jad, Kevin and Naomi. Pain is on the roof of a building with life in her sight. Me is on another roof saying, "What is this?" Life says to the administrator, "I have never seen such magic as this." Life goes on to say, "But it matters not, you will fall to me." The administrator says to Life, "This city is a trap for you. You will not escape this trap, this is where you end." Beams shoot out of the windows from the buildings, hitting Life all over his body. Life's body begins to glow with more red. Life's body begins breaking down more and more. Naomi says to Jad and Kevin, "Oh my god, he's doing it." Life then says, "That's enough." Life snaps his finger and the entire city disintegrates. Life then absorbs the particles of the city to repair the damages to his body, and he is able to regenerate his arm. Everyone is shocked by what they have just seen. The administrator says to Pain, "That's crazy." Life then conjures a massive ball of light and fires it at Pain, blasting her far away. The administrator says to Life, "You will pay for that." Life then says to the administrator, "You are already paying for what you did. Look around you, your universe is gone and you are next." Life goes on to say, "You and your party will suffer the consequences." Life continues to say to the administrator, "I'm going to say this slowly so that you can understand. You cannot nor will you ever be able to beat me." Life continues, "Anomaly, this is foolishness, to think that you can defy fate. Defy the laws of life, to go against what life dictates. Who do you think you are?" The administrator replies, "I am the administrator Anomaly. I don't think, I know who I am." Life says to the administrator, "MOD was right. You were not fit to rule your universe, and as a result it was taken away from you." Life goes on to say, "Do you think that you, someone who was not even able to keep his universe safe, could possibly beat me? Sir, you are sadly mistaken." The administrator looks deep inside of himself. He begins to think to himself, "Maybe they're right, maybe I wasn't a good enough leader or a good enough god for my universe. I brought this on myself and so many countless lives was taken because of it. It is my failure that my universe is now gone." The administrator then hears Naomi's voice inside of him. She says, "Anomaly, it is not your fault." The administrator then looks up at Life. The administrator conjures a giant invisible wall barrier in front of his friends. Afterwards he says, "I would like to keep you all safe, things are about to get ugly." Kevin says to the administrator, "You aren't going to, are you?" The administrator replies, "Whatever happens, I want you all to know that you were all great, and I am very fortunate to have you all on my team." Life then says to the administrator, "You sound as though you are ready to die." The administrator replies, "For this, for them, I am." Life replies to the administrator, "Let's go then." The administrator remembers he absorbed MOD into his being. Then the administrator extends his hand and says, "I summon MOD's power." Just then MOD's giant sword appears in his hand. Golden markings appear on the administrator's body. The administrator's clothes change to an all-black collar shirt and pants. Life then yells, "MOD's power, you didn't." Pain returns to see a newly transformed administrator Anomaly. Life and the administrator then clash. Their battle is so fast no one around could actually see them. In the midst of their battle, the administrator cuts off Life's arm. Pain watches as the administrator conjures hundreds of spears made of light in the sky above his head. Then launches all of the spears at Life, many of them impaling him very brutally. The administrator flies down from the sky, violently stabbing Life with another spear. The administrator then conjures another spear and stabs him with that one, and then grabs his sword and stabs him once more. Life then grabs a spear out of the ground and violently stabs the administrator through his shoulder. The administrator screams in pain as he grabs one final spear, and stabs Life through the heart. Life's inner light begins to dim. Life's last words are, "So this is all you can do?" Afterwards the light inside of Life's body goes away and Life's body hardens and turns to crystal. Life is no more. The administrator pulls the light spear out of his shoulder, then turns around to smile and wave at his friends. Me, shocked and scared at what just happened, says, "Fuck this, I'm out." Then Me disappears. Jad, Kevin, Valerie, Rage, Yoko and Naomi all smile and wave back at him before he is attacked by Pain. Pain shoots the administrator in the chest. The administrator counters by conjuring an invisible barrier wall. The barrier wall pushes Pain back until she is almost sandwiched in between the barrier wall in front of her and the previous barrier wall protecting the others. The administrator then asks Pain, "Why are you doing this?" Pain replies, "I won't let you get a happy ending, not this time." Pain then disappears. The administrator looks on confused. Jad then says to the administrator, "Don't worry about it, what matters now is that you did it. The universe is being recreated as we speak." The administrator replies, "You're right." He puts his arm around Jad's shoulder and around Naomi's shoulder. Then they all walk away through the void of nothingness. The end.
If you like my content, please leave a like. Also please comment and subscribe. There is a Patreon for this channel. The link is in the description below. Thank you.